Now, if you feel like your child is acting like an a-hole for a specific reason and you've done that emotional literacy, emotional awareness work, that's when you can start to get into specific emotions. But I do like Grumpy Monkey. Grumpy Monkey is a really good one. It's about a chimpanzee named Chimpanzee, and at the end of every book you do have these emotions that I go through with my kids. They can be challenging though, because you can see like, what is the difference between feeling excited and feeling scared? Like, they look quite similar. So that's a really good way to start that conversation of what does that feel like in our bodies and what does that feel like in our minds. But Grumpy Monkey is a really good one to start with in terms of feeling frustrated, because they can, I mean, you can see this guy is grumpy. So Grumpy Monkey is a really good one for that age, I find, when you're starting to look at those frustrating emotions. And then the very last book I'll recommend is the series of The Best Behavior. And we've seen a lot of these. So these are Hands Are Not for Hitting. So this is a really good one for that age, kind of 2.5, 3, in terms of working on specific behaviors, because they really see kind of going through the motions. It's very simple, what hands are for. And I do want to underline though that behaviors are communication. So if your child is hitting, reading a hitting book is not going to be just the answer. You have to go back to that emotional work and saying, why is my child hitting? Why are they biting? And looking at that emotion and helping them sort that out. So that part is really important. And so I highly recommend, before getting into these books, or at least at the same time, start with the emotional literacy, helping them recognize how they're feeling and help validate that. I can see you're really angry. And then you can start working on the tools of, okay, what can we do about that when we start to feel that? I forgot that I just want to have one last book for the mix. So this one is the Emotions book. And again, this is really good for that age, because you will see that in this book, they use different colors for different emotions. And it's important to understand that sometimes they can be really mixed up and sometimes we don't know how to navigate them. And I really like this book for a beginner book. This is really good for, I would say, starting at 3, but even up to the age of 4 and 5, for them to be able to work on that emotional literacy. And I will tell you, even adults, I work with a lot of adults that if you ask them, how are you feeling right now, have difficulty articulating how they are feeling. So going back to basics and looking at how are you feeling in this moment is 101 for being able to later manage the behaviors that are actually communicating an emotion. So thank you for joining me on this series, and let me know what you think.